Play ball, Las Vegas. This is Covering the Bases with the A's. Sponsored by Big Bully Turf.
What's up, baseball fans? This is Covering the Bases with the A's. I'm Mike Davis. Let's check out what's on deck for today's show. Here's the batting order. Gruesome hand injury takes Zack Gelof out of the game. All-Star voting is in full force as Shea takes hold of the catcher's spot. Plus, Colby Thomas makes a case for Catch of the Year. And later, Kevin talks with the former second baseman Steve Sax. And Mariah Janos goes one-on-one with Shea Langeliers. But first, we're taking a closer look at the Gelof injury from last night.
Off the wall, Soderstrom plays it well. Chapman's going to push for second. The relay throw is perfect. And they get him on time. And Gelof might have been stepped on. He got cleated. Oh man, look at his hand.
That doesn't look good.
Hard to watch as second baseman Zack Gelof takes a cleat to the hand, going for the tag on Matt Chapman. An immediate reaction from Gelof as he leaves the game after that play. He's diagnosed with a hand laceration and contusion. A sad situation for the red-hot second baseman, who now loses a 24-game hit streak after being cleated. Here's manager Mark Kotze on the right hand injury.
No stitches required. Pretty much got him just on the top, kind of in between the thumb and the index. So there's some swelling, no fracture. X-ray was negative. So best positive outcome for that situation. It's just unfortunate, for him with the hitting streak that circumstances took him out of the game, and his hitting streak comes to an end. We'll see how the swelling comes down tomorrow. It's probably going to be sore, of course, but we'll wait. It'll probably be day to day.
That 24-game hit streak was tied for the longest in Major League Baseball over the last 2 years, and it stands as the 6th longest hit streak in A's history. Good news, though, he will not be placed on the IL, but rather is listed as day-to-day. Now let's shift to the All-Star Game voting now, as Shea Langeliers has a commanding lead for the AL catcher spot. He has garnered over 1.4 million votes. Alejandro Kirk from the Blue Jays remains in second place with just over 800,000. And remember to make your voice heard. Now is the time to vote for your favorite athletics to play in the 2026 MLB All-Star Game. Beyond Shea, go vote for Nick Kurtz, who's currently in 4th place at first base. Just go to MLB.com/all-star/ballot.
League's first homer in the big leagues.
Dell flies it to right. Thomas moving back. Still going. Leaping try. Oh, he caught it. Oh, my goodness, he caught it.
There you go. Shades of Denzel Clark right there. Colby Thomas with the catch of his career and perhaps the defensive play of the season as he commits the robbery, making this insane catch against the fence. Highway robbery in Sacramento, stealing a homer from Joe Adell and winning Major League Baseball's electric play of the week. And an honor that Denzel Clark won this catch last season. Right there, you see it. We all remember him hovering over the fence there against the Halos as well. The highlight reels just don't stop coming from the A's outfielders.
We talked a lot about our outfield play this morning with the group, and to come out and make that type of play in the first inning, obviously, we know where we need to improve, and that's an area of need right now. And for Colby to go out and make a great play in the first inning shows, that they took the conversation to heart.
Now, another bright spot from that A's-Angels series from last week was a 12-11 extra innings comeback.
High drive deep to right field. Heim has done it again. Tie game. It's Heim time.
Hit him with the Heim. Jonah Heim does it again. Coming off the bench, 9-11 in the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Heim smacks one to right field, a 2-run shot to send the game to extras. And then 1 inning later, A's in a jam, bases loaded, and Nick Kurtz does the other thing he's really good at besides crushing the ball over the wall. He walks a walk-off walk to win it. This comeback victory gives the Athletics an AL Best 21st comeback win this season. Here's more from after the game.
Yeah, remarkable. I mean, for a team to be down, 11-4, come all the way back and win a game like that, that says a lot about the group. Easily could have shut it down, and yet these guys kept grinding.
Now, you know the A's are good at coming back. No deficit is safe as the A's notched an AL Best 21st comeback. But check this. Prior to that game, the A's last comeback victory when trailing by 7 or more runs was all the way back to July 24th, 2018. And part of this comeback spark is thanks to, of course, the Big Amish, who's having himself a red-hot June. The A's first baseman is batting .280 with 20 RBI and 9 home runs, including an on-base percentage of .419 and a walk percentage of nearly 20%.
The windup, his 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. The truth hurts. 1-2, swing and a miss. Jumps 0-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Bags, being honest.
Swing and a miss. It was the first baseball card pack I ever opened. Skage jumps, strikes out O'Hoppe looking. See if he goes to the changeup here. 0-2, check swing. It's a curveball. He went around, a strikeout for Jump. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, strikes out Moore for a third time. 7 strikeouts for Jump.
Now, as we continue to look back, the first game of last week's AL West battle with the Angels, the young rookie lefty Gage Jump delivered his best start yet. The 23-year-old got the win as the A's shut out the Angels 5-zip. Now, Jump gave up only 1 hit through 7 innings. He's now 3-1 on the season with a 2.57 ERA.
I think even if I don't have a pitch that certain day, I know I have weapons that can still get guys out. I was happy tonight with using my weapons against all right-handed hitters. They didn't want to put any lefties in the lineup, so I thought it was a good challenge for myself. But yeah, I've just learned a lot over this last month.
I thought he did a great job once we got the lead of just shutting down innings, and that's a sign of the growth that we need from him. We talk a lot about maturity. This kid showed a lot of poise since he's been here. And that's great. I mean, he's a competitor. That he showed that in the 7th inning there. 106 pitches, I think.
Jump is on the bump again ahead of time. This taping on June 24th, getting the start against the San Francisco Giants. All right, on deck, Kevin Bollinger is breaking down the A's roster with former second baseman Steve Sax.
And hey, before we hit the break, some trivia. On this day, back in 1874, one of the great short kings in baseball history was born. This guy played his best years with the A's, and he did what a lot of athletics players have done well over the years. That's take a walk. But first, gotta ask, who was the only major leaguer under 5'6" to lead the league in walks 5 times? So it's this guy that we're talking about, but which one is it? Get this one specific. Is it Ricky Henderson, Mark Ellis, Bert Campaneris, or Topsy Hartzell? The answer is after the break. Stay with us.
Play ball, Las Vegas. This is Covering the Bases with the A's. Sponsored by Big Bully Turf.
All right, we're back with an answer to this question. Which of these short kings led the majors in walks 5 times while also being 5'5" or shorter? The answer is Topsy Hartzell. Today would have been Topsy's birthday, but alas, he was born less than a decade after the Civil War ended, so he is no longer with us. But he was maybe the greatest leadoff hitter of the dead ball era, getting on base about 4 in 10 times he came to the plate and stealing a ton of bases too. And most importantly, Topsy was on the first World Series championship team in A's history back in 1910.
A's broadcaster Steve Sax has a long list of credentials. 2-time world champion with the Dodgers, a 5-time All-Star, and the 1982 National League Rookie of the Year. It's a great person to give perspective on this A's team that he watches night in and night out.
Chris Townsend alongside the former Rookie of the Year and 2-time World Series champion Steve Sax.
From his third baseline vantage point, Steve Sachs has watched this young A's team grow, and he's impressed with where the team and the organization are positioned.
This team is, there's no telling where the ceiling is because the A's, as you can see, draft a lot of big, strong athletes, teach and groom them to be great baseball players. And a lot of these guys that are up now, under 25 years old, guys like Nick Kurtz, and they're here and making impacts.
Kurtz is the perfect example of the A's philosophy of being ready when the call comes. Kurtz did that last season and rode that to Rookie of the Year. Having such a strong farm system has allowed players to come up and contribute right away.
It's a step better than guys coming up and learning some things as they come up. They come up already expected to be impactful.
The athletics teams in AA and, of course, the Aviators are stacking playoff appearances and winning championships. The fact that the A's stress winning as much as they do development in the minor leagues is something that can translate to winning in the majors.
I think it's important to win at those levels because it teaches guys what it's like to win instead of just concentrating on developing talent. You got to do both. I think is important because it sets the standard. You start winning double A and triple A, and then you're expected to do it in the major leagues too.
But as Sachs knows from his Dodger days, it isn't just talent that wins championships. There has to be a strong culture, and Sachs says that has already been established.
Probably the number one thing on the team, the culture on this team is thick. It's amazing. These guys really care about each other, got each other's back. They really do love each other, and it all starts at the top. And front office, I'm not there, but I can tell you the manager's amazing, and the guys would absolutely run through a wall for him.
As a Sacramento native, Sachs has been able to see some Major League Baseball in his hometown, but he also knows that the move to Las Vegas is coming and that it has the potential to be a game changer for the organization.
They got to keep making strides before they go to Vegas. It's great to have the novelty of a new ballpark, and that's great. First year, the people will come because of the novelty. I think the team is going to continue to get better. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But if it wasn't, after that, they won't come. So they know that they got to keep making the team better, and they are.
You can catch Sachs alongside Chris Townsend on A's Cast and the pre- and post-game shows from West Sacramento.
All right, great stuff there, Kevin. Next up, Shea Langeliers, or I like to call him Bangaliers, goes one-on-one with Mariah Janos. Don't miss this exclusive conversation with the hottest catcher in the MLB.
Play ball, Las Vegas. This is Covering the Bases with the A's. Sponsored by Big Bully Turf.
We are back with another edition of Green and Gold Countdown, and this week we got a couple of slick fielding smaller guys who made big impacts with things besides their bats.
Max Bishop was one of the less heralded but extremely important pieces of the Great Depression era athletics dynasty. He only hit 41 home runs in his whole career, but he was always on base, walking at least 100 times in all 8 of his first full seasons with the Athletics. His strike zone judgment earning him the nickname Camera Eye. Bishop was also an elite fielder. He led the majors in fielding percentage at second base 3 times, and he never made an error in 18 World Series games. Another elite fielder, about 40 years later, was Bert Campaneris. He was signed by the A's from Cuba when they were still in Kansas City. He came to Oakland when the team moved there, and he was a rock at shortstop for all 3 of their early 70s World Series titles. Campy, as he was affectionately known, was a menace on the bases. He led the league 6 times in steals, and he's still 14th all-time in swipes. And in franchise history, no one has played more games, gotten more hits, or won more World Series with the A's than Campy.
The A's have a long history of guys who can take a walk to get on base, but literally no athletic did it better than Max Bishop, the only 2 players in Major League history, in fact, who walked more often than him as a percentage of their at-bats, Barry Bonds and Ted Williams. Good company.
First pitch, high drive to left. It's a Vegas bomb to tie the game in the first.
All right, Shea, well, first of all, welcome to Las Vegas. Just talk about the excitement around playing these two series here. While it's not the ballpark you'll be playing in, it's the fan base.
Yeah, obviously it's a really cool thing to be able to come here for a week and be able to play in front of these fans. Obviously, most of the guys have some sort of experience playing here, so there's like a little comfortability factor there too. So obviously, yeah, it's just an exciting week.
Now, for you personally, I want to talk about your production at the plate because it has been so fun to watch, heating up towards the end of last season, carried over this year. How much of it is dad's strength? Just what's been working for you?
Yeah, I think kind of the cliche of keeping it simple and like consistency and stuff like that, it really reigns true. It's just the more you can simplify this game, because I mean you can dive deep into every number you can imagine and kind of overcomplicate everything, but just try to show up to the yard every day, be the same person, do your routine, kind of check off the preparation, just go out there and compete.
Now, Gage jumped coming off of a great performance, his second big league win. He actually credited you for kind of helping calm his nerves a little bit. What's it been like working with him and just incoming pitchers as they come through? It is a bit of an adjustment. What's your message when working with them?
Yeah, I mean, when you get called up to the big leagues, it's like you're there because you're really good, and it kind of goes back to the same thing. I was just reminding, Gage, for him, it's like, hey, be who you are. Don't try to do anything different than what you have been doing in the past. Like, there's a reason that you're here. You have a lot of success. You're really good. At the end of the day, do what you do well, be who you are, and he's done a great job with that.
This team as a whole, the depth of this organization, it feels like even if one guy goes down, whoever gets called up is just sliding in seamlessly. Just talk about how well this organization has done in drafting and free agency and just the way that they've acquired players.
Yeah, I mean, from the drafting perspective, it's kind of been unbelievable, the talent that has come out of the draft the last couple of years and how quickly these guys have gotten to the big leagues and how much success they've already had. But yeah, the organization is like, that's what playoff organizations do. It's the next man up mentality. Over the course of the long year, injuries are going to happen. It's just part of it. And next person just step up and they kind of plug and play and just get right out there and compete and do your best. So that's what playoff organizations do, and this organization's done a great job of that.
All right, great stuff there, Mariah, with the one and only Shea Langeliers. Well, a big AL West battle is on the way. Can the A's gain some ground, gain some traction as they look to move back into first place of the AL West? We'll tell you who's taking the mound in the weekend series after these words.
Play ball, Las Vegas. This is Covering the Bases with the A's. Sponsored by Big Bully Turf.
This is a great day for Las Vegas.
Las Vegas has proven itself to be a great sports town and a great host to professional franchises.
It's an epic moment for our 124-year-old franchise. 2028, we have opening day out here on the Las Vegas Strip. 3, 2, 1.
A's fans get priority access to purchase season tickets in Las Vegas for just $19.01. Now, current A's season ticket members, Aviators season ticket holders, as well as Clark County residents who secure their spot on the priority access list will receive purchase priority ahead of the general fan. For more information, all you got to do is just visit athletics.com/Vegas. Right, so after wrapping things up with the Giants, the guys in green and gold are going to stay on the road, this time for another AL West battle against the Angels, a big opportunity to gain some ground within the division. Now, this 3-game series is going to send 3 guys to the mound. We got JT Ginn kicking off the series on Friday. Then on Saturday, Jack Perkins will get the nod, and closing things out on Sunday, Aaron Savali. Now, the last time the A's took on the Angels, it wasn't more than a week ago. Earlier in the show, you remember we broke down the wild comeback from that series. Overall, in that series, the A's took the first 2 games and then dropped the next 2. That second game, of course, the heroics of Jonah Heim and Nick Kurtz. We also saw the Colby Thomas highway robbery. So a lot of good moments from that series, but they did drop the last 2. And of course, the Angels, as you know, are one of the weakest teams in the MLB, currently at 33-48, last place in the AL West. Man, every single time I see that catch, my own back starts to hurt. I mean, that was a crazy snag right there. The gems from these outfielders, from last year with Denzel to this year with Colby Thomas, it's some great stuff. But we'll see what the A's can do this time in another AL West division battle. That's a wrap on this edition of Covering the Bases with the A's. For the rest of the team here, I'm Mike Davis. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back next week. Until then, be good and go A's.